Hello, everyone. So here we are. This is a kind of a brand new channel. What I'm bringing you today is a new video, some content that I'm going to be uploading over my time with TAW will now be on this YouTube. Um, so this would be an extension of my Twitch, but I'd like to do some individual videos just to get some stuff out there for members to have a look, maybe the wider StarCraft community to see how great we are. Um, but I've got a special treat because this mandatory, so the 28th of September mandatory event for the Art of Warfare, we did a 2v2 tournament. And during this tournament, there was one game that went on for about 45 minutes. It was very, very long. And every single one of us were waiting for this game for a long time. So I thought it would be great because I was casting and streaming on the day, but I didn't get to see this game. Everyone joined me for a little bit of a podcast talk radio with Jedrix. Anyway, I thought it would be a great idea to bring it to you today and cast this monster of a game that we're really excited to see. So, new channel. If you have never seen me before or whatever, if you're part of the Art of Warfare, please subscribe because I want to get my number count up on this account so that it matches my Twitch, and I would very much appreciate that. But anyway, without further ado, let's go over to the game. Woo! Alright. So here we go, spawning here down on the bottom left side of the map. We have, in the red Terran pieces, none other than Ares. And his partner in crime over here on the right side, it is TAW. Seeing a T and a P going up against, in the top right, we have, playing the blue zone pieces, is Byloth. And his partner in crime. Or maybe they're the cops, who knows. So look at the bad guys. These are definitely partners in crime. We have Thunderchild. Got a few things going out here. Really, really early spawning pool here for Thunderchild. So I'm just getting the zoom function all set up nicely. We do see a second hatch going up here for Byloff. Over on the other side, we're seeing what looks like to be fairly standard openers. Not a whole lot going on here. Cool. So I think the first thing to look out for would be to see what Thunderchild does with this ling pressure. So yeah, I mean, I don't know much about these maps. I mean, Nightscape? I mean, it looks like quite a nice map, doesn't it? I like it. It's quite dark. It's very purple. Yeah, I really like the 2v2 maps are really cool because you can still play with terrain, choke points and all those kind of things really matter. But when you get up into like 3 and 4v4, it is so difficult to keep track of what's actually happening in the map. Yeah, it's mad. Alright, so I think that Thunderchild went for this to get some early defense units out. I mean, 2v2 is notoriously cheesy. Let's not forget. Pings outside on the map. I don't really know what is being pinged here. Some random pings. Good to see that the players keep up with communication during their game. I think they're all on voice chat together, so there is quite a lot of communication going on vocally. So we got Zealots to start off with for TAW, and Ares, who is he's a Terran. He's usually a Protoss player, if I'm not mistaken. So it's great to see him branching out into the Terran territory. But I think it's going to be Hellions for him potentially. Oh no, he's going straight for that tech lab. So yeah, we can expect to see just straight up Marines now. Marine tank probably. Reaper coming in, doing a little bit of scouting, getting some work done. Probably going to get away because they always do. 3 HP there on that Reaper. The quite passive so far. Very surprising for a 2v2. At the moment we have roaches coming out for the Zergs on the top side of the map. Roach 1 going down for Bylov, and yeah, Roaches already have Thunderchild. Lair now being finished up for Bylov, going to go up into that Roach speed probably. Very, very nice. Not a huge amount on the side of economy right now for our Zerg players. Bit of a weak spot, I'd say, but then again, when your opponents haven't even got an expansion yet, you're probably good to go. It's not the end of the world. Ling speed now finish up. Ling's coming across the map, going to see what they can do. Is that tank going to get caught out? Probably not. I mean, there we go. Maybe it could get to... Nah, alright. But I don't think it'll be able to take it out anyway. Interesting choice of base location. Here for Titan Aeon, going out for a bit more of an extremity base. That's the one. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. Oh dear. Having a little discussion about what that means. Who knows? Lots of pings coming up. Yeah, very, very passive so far. Oh, poor little Ling's getting taken out there. Well, at least they're keeping tabs on the economy for the red players over here. I feel like I've got to settle in for a long one here. I don't want to don't want to exhaust my voice before the 40-minute mark. We are all waiting with bated breath right now to see what's going to happen. So the Robotech now up to Titan Aeon. Nothing being built so far. Getting upgrades on as well. But yeah. Usually if you leave the Zergs too long, they'll start to get a little bit scary. Like, you've got two players that can spread creep, which makes two Zergs really, really good for 2v2. You can just go crazy. Really nice drone count here for Bylov, I would say. Looking very cool. So we're seeing +1, +1. So we've got missile attacks on the way for Bylov. Also got Hydras being upgraded. Few Stalkers. Nothing really out of the ordinary right now. Is this just going to be like a 45-minute stalemate? Are you just going to take every single base? Oh, this sneaky Liberator getting in here, trying to do a bit of damage. He's going to get shooed away by Bylov there. Really nicely done. Better get those minerals mining again. Looks like those drones don't want to be left on them too long. There we go. Back they go. Couple of adepts here for Titan Aeon, now lined up, ready to attack, but that army of Bylov is just ready in position here, can get a good view of what's happening. The Overlord's waiting patiently to see any move outs as well. Quite a slow warm-up for all of these players here. Look at this production tab for Ares right now, looking very solid. Lots of macro being done here, lots of upgrading. Really like it. Oh no, the adepts get taken out. So those are the first few units going down now. Overlord gets taken out up there, and Bylov is going to free up a gold base for himself up on the top left side of the map. A little bit of a Liberator micro there. You don't want to lose it for free. Nice drop coming out of her Ares now. We're going to try and get to the top side of the map. Coming over where that position has only just been opened up by Bylov. And was he expecting to see a base there? I'm not so sure. But he's going to be able to push up this ramp. Pretty much uncontested at the moment. But here comes the army of Thunderchild and Bylov. Start raining down projectiles. And this is a lot of Roach Rapture Hydra right now, and I don't think this is enough to be able to, like, enough from Ares to be able to deal with this kind of push, but at least it's pressure. Like, any pressure's good. You don't want to lose all those tanks. So those tanks will go down. Those medevacs will go up to the high ground and try and get some damage done. Really nicely controlled there by Ares. Just gotta be a bit of a pest on these Zerg players, and that's exactly what you need to do. Take up their APM and get on their side of the map. I think overall that was really good. They even got a worker pull there as well. Lurkaden getting thrown down now by Byloff. Infestation Pit as well. Really good on the getting the tech buildings up and running. But his worker count is now down to 54. I don't know if he lost that many in that fight. But yeah, up to Ares is 57 and Titanium's 35. I mean, this is quite a low economy game so far. I think both sets of players are being quite cautious because anything can happen. 2v2 is very volatile. That's just sticking around a little bit. I don't know where the scans are. I can't see them on the map for some reason. That doesn't matter. Ares is now freed up the gold base as well, so he's going to settle down there nicely. And, well, this army of Byloffs is looking to snake around a little bit, try and get some pickoffs here. And you don't want your Hydras to be on their own for too long, especially against Bio. Those might get mown down there, yeah. Quite a heavy loss there for Byloff. Maybe if you kept some Lings there with that Hydras, with the Hydras, that would be fine. But you know, it happens. And the Lings coming in a little bit late, but gonna snipe off a tank. Really nice, actually. Really nice catch up. No, he runs away. No, that was a free tank. Unfortunate. The armies are now repositioning to fight in the middle of the map here. Just Roaches and Ravagers at the moment, and that's Thunderchild controlling those. I'm gonna try and establish some ground, but this creep spread is going quite scary. Now up into the middle of the map. Both players in Team Red now trying to push up the ramp into the what looks like the third or fourth base of Vyloff, and the Zerg army has just now come over to try and defend this location. Doing quite well actually to force off that initial push, but the tanks are quite scary to engage right now. Nice setups there for Ares. He's going to start sieging down on this base location. Got to be careful with this Critical Bios. If he gets it right in the middle of those four, he might be able to snipe all of those off in a few hits. No Bane speed yet for Thunderchild or Zabadov. It doesn't matter. They both look the same over here. Which means that these Banelings aren't going to do too much damage, but slowly this Zerg army is being whittled away. And also that tank count is also diminishing. Lurkers are already up as well, looking like quite a high-tech game now. This Zerg army is more than enough to be able to handle this. Just needs to commit and destroy it, because there's only one tank here. Nidus network getting built outside of Ares' base now. And the army is just going to pull right back home just to get rid of that. I assume it's seen it. Or maybe it hasn't. No, maybe it hasn't. Only a few Lings at the moment. Not going to be able to do much like here, I don't think. Oh, there's a fight going on. Oh no, Titan are getting caught out in the middle of the map. Hydra's going to pick off a couple of immortals there. Unfortunate losses there. It's going to be quite an interesting game as action happens all over the map. But these Zerg players are spreading out quite nicely. Their creep is becoming quite scary. Byloff is now on 80 workers, but then again, Ares is also getting towards the 80 worker count as well. So, you know, looking very, very even at the moment, I'd say. Look at the visuals on that. Woo. I was going to try and do a little bit of harassment there. A little bit of a Nidus network comes up as well. A few more Lings go down. Taking our drone pull on there for Byleth. Vipers are now out as well, so yeah, really tanking up a little bit more now. Damn, getting a little bit more tier 3. There we go. Oh, just pure Hydra going into the Bioforce. You're going to lose quite a lot doing that. That kind of move is not advisable, I would say. But you know what? Enough Hydras can go through this. But yeah, tanks pretty scary units. Can be extra careful versus them. I think they do bonus damage to light, which is why Hydras get picked off quite quickly. Maybe it's bonus damage to armored, I don't know. Pretty sure it's light. A bit of an interlude for both sides now. Zergs are really preparing their energy on the Vipers as well as getting those Lurkers up and running. +3/+3 now on the way for both sides by the looks of it. Looking really good. Really good on the upgrade front. The Zerg army is becoming very, very scary. I think if I had to call it who would be in an advantageous position right now, probably be the Zergs, but mostly because their creep spread is pretty good. They've dealt with the amount of pressure fairly well so far. Their upgrades are slightly ahead. Just being able to engage this army effectively, that's going to be the main issue for them. Lovely crew, was it Blinding Clouds going down and Colossi goes down as well, so this army can now be engaged upon. Really nicely done there. Byleth controlling those Vipers, really nicely done. Just going to push through. Nice reinforcements here for Ares, going to push off against that ramp. Look at the aggression coming out. Oh, Crucible is now at landing as well on all of that army. Really nice hits. We're seeing a few more bases getting picked up here for Ares as well. Ares is really sticking to a heavy macro style. Looking very, very nice. Like, and his units will scale a lot better into the mid game and late game than many of the other units on the field. So Ares is the one to look out for when figuring out who will take this game. Although the Colossi count is actually really nice against this particular composition because being able to have the range to be able to deal with his Lurkers. Oh, a huge push up. A huge amount of Lurkers spurring in. Now with that Talons destroy the initial force there. And all that Protoss army goes down. They don't have much in the way of anti-air, but those corrosive files will deal with a couple of Liberators there. Huge engagement. Really cautious to engage though, the Zerg army. Really nicely done. Really aggressive pushing there for Byleth, I like it. I think Byleth's control of the Zerg army is really good. It's very patient. That's exactly what you want, especially when going up against, well, both a Terran and a Protoss. But you know, the macro from Ares is really good as well, so we'll see how it goes. See if this army composition can scale out for the Zergs, because Lurkers are good, but as time goes on, once, like, let's say carriers are out, or the Terran has more ways of dealing with it, then I don't know. Difficult to call. Ares going to try and push up onto the space of, is that Byleth? I assume it's Byleth. Yep, that's Byleth. Let's get that hatchery and just run off. Really nice run by. Meanwhile, a huge amount of Hydras and these Banelings, along with these Vipers, now pushing up into the main, well, into the natural base of the red players, and this is very scary. The armies are out of position, and they're going to have to pull back. Meanwhile, Thunderchild's army is now running parallel to the Terran and the Protoss. But yeah, oh, huge engagements going in here. A lot of carnage. Oh no, this is looking really bad for Ares and Titan Aeon. A little bit of concern. Huge surrounds in both armies, but yeah, looks like Byloff's force is going to be killed off here. Leaving Titan Aeon to be on this side of the map on his own. Ah, none of the Hydras. Oh, okay, one Hydra survives. And what originally looked like to be, if I'm honest, a game-ending move-out for Byloff and Thunderchild, it's been defended really nicely, and now we've got battle cruisers just teleporting right into the base of Thunderchild, and that's going to change a lot because I don't know if there's a Spire up quite yet. Hydras might be enough to deter it for a little while. Corrosive Bars are good against them as well, but you know, in big enough numbers, this would be scary for these players. Like, really, really scary. Yeah, it looks like Hydra's going to be the choice of response here for Byloff, and I'm not sure that's going to be able to deal with this. I don't know how many battle cruisers are on the way now. I don't see any. Oh, I do see on some obstruction tab. Here we go. Here's the main. And that's kind of what I was saying. Is like these lurkers might not be able to transition out as effectively as they want because air units start becoming a bit more of a factor later on in the game, especially in 2v2. Yeah, we've got more battle cruisers coming out, more Colossi for Titan Aeon, and it's looking to be difficult for the Zergs to deal with now because they have a good army, but this is not an army to deal with what they have seen now. Those battle cruisers just roaming around, doing more damage. Be careful, might be able to teleport away if there's a crit now. Unfortunately not. Going to pick off those Vipers though, which is very, very nice. Don't know if Yamato Cannon's up yet. The Tomato Cannon. But we'll keep an eye out for that. Nice Viper ducks there. Whoa, okay. Oh, I think that Viper hurt that a bit. It doesn't matter, it all gets cleared up. Really, really nicely done. Byloff is really hot on this Viper micro. He's been watching a bit in Euro, I think. He knows how to control Vipers. I think this game is really entertaining, actually. It's gone from quite passive first 10 minutes to now just like things happening everywhere, surprises everywhere, non-stop aggression. The Hydras of Byloff now just gonna try and push up here, trying to do a bit of damage to these third bases. Meanwhile, on the north side, Thunderchild's going to try and take a base off of Ares. Looks like the aggression is going to be deterred for now. A few casualties for the Protoss there. Meanwhile, a really nice split going on here, taking off another base from Ares. Really nicely there, done there for our Zerg players. And what looked like to be a scary situation for them is now becoming quite a manageable situation. Oh, there's a lot of Liberators now for Ares. Just pure Battle Cruiser and Liberators. I'd like to see Liberator range, yes. Liberator range, I think it's one of the best upgrades in the game. Love seeing it. It kind of died off when it got nerfed, so before it added on 2 range, now it only adds on 1, I think. But still a really, really good upgrade. Bit of moment of peace here now, but yeah, this Zerg player's taking off pretty much every single base on their side of the map. Zerg Force trying to figure out how to deal with this. They are on creep now, so they got to be careful. Yeah, those Liberators are also facing the wrong direction currently. We're just going to try and snipe off that base. Call it a day. Really nice of them. Nice of that macro again, taking off all of those battle cruisers, but these Colossi should be doing a lot of damage to these Hydras now. I think a little bit of army mismanagement here is costing these players quite a lot of damage. You don't have to bleed out this many units. You can either just engage or disengage. If you hold on in the middle, you can just bleed out over time. Unfortunately for Ares and Titan Aeon, Might be able to establish more control because of it. Tomato cannon now being upgraded for Ares. Love it. So yeah, not a lot going on now. Bit of pinging to say, hey, you got Colossi over here, don't you know? Yeah, those Colossi are essential for these red players to tie out this game, because I don't know, because Byleth and Thunderchild are just sitting on Hydra base composition, so this is a huge wraparound now, lots of abducts going on, but now they have the high ground here, so they might be able to do something with it. More abducts happening on those Colossi, really nicely done. But this Thunderchild needs to engage with him. Byleth doesn't have the units to be able to follow this up. He has the Vipers, but he doesn't have the units, the actual attacking units. And that's where Thunderchild needs to commit. They either do it together, or not at all. Nice lurker set up there on the high ground. We might be able to get taken out. There you go. Nice movement there by Byleth. Really well handled, and a little bit of a stalemate on the middle of the map has been going on for quite a while now. Battlecruisers really easily just taking off some of the outer bases. I think that Ares should probably run in and try and snipe a bit of tech now, because he probably has some units to spare. Probably could get away with it, but you know, it is a risk when the Zerg are pretty much on your doorstep here. Yeah, this is a real stalemate. You know, in Risk, everyone's played Risk, right? You know, in Risk, where you have like one country and it builds up a huge army, and then the other country builds up a huge army, and then it just ends up in this massive collision. That's kind of where this game's going, you know? Hydra's doing a nice job at pushing away that army, but yeah, another hatch gets denied. Not that I think they need it right now. They have like 10,000 and 7,000 minerals between them. Really nice ducks again. Byleth is really hot on this. Nice high ground advantage for them, but just keep getting pushed back here. Meanwhile, Battlecruisers on the bottom side of the map going to do a little bit of damage. If I'm completely honest, if this Zerg army was to engage and then remax, then they'd probably be able to take this out. I understand that it is quite scary, but you know, there's a few things you can do, and you know, in this situation, you can probably get away with Corruptor Broodlord as well, because Corruptors can deal with those Battlecruisers and Liberators, whilst your Broodlords pretty much deal with the rest of this army. Gonna try and teleport away. Not quite gonna make it there. Ares losing a few more core units, but that's okay. He's banked quite a lot of resources. He's a little bit low on gas. I think that's probably where he probably need get more help from. Yeah, you can see these bases on the extremities now are actually mining out of gas. Okay, he has quite a few guys that's up and running. He's getting some more now. Very good. Harry's transitioning back into the bio. Understandable, because he's got tons of minerals. I feel like he's keeping up with this game quite well, actually. Yeah, he's doing a real good job at keeping in pace with this force. But man, look at it. Just split right down the middle, isn't it? This is nuts. This is nuts. I feel like the creep doesn't help anything, but like, is this the only avenue that they can fight down? Oh, there's another one down here. You can push down on the bottom, right? Yeah. The Zerg army should use that bottom, this bottom area here. So what they could do is just push in here, up here, attack this, and then this army then has to move up here to protect it. Like, this is chess at this point. This is all about positioning. Oh, it's all about positioning and using the middle of the map effectively. But yeah, you don't want to keep running into a Terran in a Protoss like this. I feel like Thunderchild needs to commit with his partner here because Bylov is just being led to the slaughter every single time. But I can understand why you wouldn't want to do that. Oh dear. I didn't realise, and maybe it's because the drones have now been pulled over here, but the worker count for the Zerg army is extremely low. Extremely low. The battle cruisers have done a huge job at clearing up these bases, because look, you've got 0, 6, 3, 9, 3, 3. Yeah, you don't have a lot here. Slowly but surely, I feel like Ares and Titan Aeon are taking out this game because the bleed out over time and yeah, from both Ares' battle cruisers, but also the engagement in the middle of the map has meant that the Zergs are now quite substantially behind. But you know, you got to hold on in there as best you can in these matches. You got to try and come back with all your might. But this is a scary army here. Like, you've got force fields, colossi, warp prison with some stalkers in, got Vikings. Nice engagement though, actually. Nice feigning connections happening there. Yeah, Bylov is actually putting up so much pressure on this middle side of the map. Doing a really good job at trying to actually engage this. He's playing at a very high level with the army control, if I'm completely honest. These lurkers are doing lots of damage here. Oh no. They either don't realise or they haven't got detection, but, you know, scans are a thing. Oh, Nidus for Thunderchild, right in the middle of the base. Right in the core of the base. Wow, okay. This is the whole army for Thunderchild now coming into the main base of Titan Aeon and Ares. Just look at it. Oh my god. There's not even enough space for them to move. Right onto the production. The army pulls right back. All the army pulls back. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, imagine if the other army was here and ready to push in on these bases. That would be amazing. He's going to get out of there. He has pulled it back. Bylov is actually going to mobilize now. Moving up to the top side. Trying to look around to see what he can do. If you push now, you can actually take out quite a lot. Bylov, go, go, go. Tank goes down. Whoops goes down. 2 Colossi go down. Nicely done. Would have liked to see the rest of this base getting cleared up. But actually, this base is not mining that much anyway. Oh, Vikings taking out quite a few of those Vipers. Another Nidus getting set up in Ares' base now. So yes, quite a lot going on. Hard to keep track of. Yeah, Corruptors won't win that. Vikings will win that, unfortunately. Nidus now up into Ares' base. Gonna get some damage done onto Ares. Oh no. And the army pulls back again. Oh dear. Really nicely done from these Zerg players. Going to take out a few more units, and now the Terran and the Protoss are the ones that are bleeding out over time. A little bit of a run by here, trying to take out some of the extremity bases here, but the battle cruisers still doing work on the other side of the map. It's taking out pretty much everything. And I didn't realise that Bylov is now back up to 60 workers. Jesus. These Vikings are just sitting around. Long enough for the spores to get set up and take out a few. Oh wow. That is nutty. Thunderchild doing absolute work on this side of the map. Really nicely played. These Niduses are like power moves for the situation. I absolutely love it. And now the Zergs have really brought this game back into their not into their favour fully, but I'd say it's definitely within reach. Ares is doing a really good job at establishing his footing again. His production is still really high. 6 Liberators, 2 tanks. Still got battle cruisers on the map as well. I'm gonna link up into the main base. There's not much that this Zergo can really do now to do these battle cruisers. Oh, wow, I say that. Of course, he's been building corruptors all this time. Nice casting there, Jed. Nice casting there. Oh, I'm getting tired now. Huge round of drones. Was that 13, 14 drones? And the drones here. But like, he's just built a few more, and I don't know where they're going, but he's doing absolute work on his side of the economy. Well, at least I get a breather now, don't I? A little bit of push up here. 4 Titan Aeon now, getting up into the grill of Bylot, trying to take out some of those bases. These bases are so close now. And another Nidus network sets up in Ares' base again. Corrupt's doing a lot of work now. Ooh. This really comes down to who's got the greater upgrade advantage now. And you're right into the base again. I feel like Thunderchild is actually doing a lot of work to actually pull back the armies. Meanwhile, there's a huge engagement here. Bylov going up against all of this army, and I think... Is that all the Vikings down? Oh no. All the Vikings go down. But it's okay, he's got tons of Predators out as well. P on the base as a tradition. Bylov now taking out another base of Ares'. And these roaches can get some damage done. I feel like these armies are becoming a little bit more sticks and stones now. Revert back to the tier 1 units as resources become a little bit more in decline. Really nicely done here by Bylov, actually cleaning up a lot, like a huge amount of this foothold here. Titan Aeon is pretty much out of this game now. He's only got 3 supply. That's everything. That is everything for our Protoss player. So now that leaves only one more player, and that's Ares. Bylov is on a huge, well, economy and an army supply, but you know, it isn't his game quite yet. Isn't their game, I should say, because Thunderchild's been doing a huge amount of effort pulling back the armies all the way through this. These Corrosive Bars looks like it's a bit too much for this Terran player. Ares is now losing a lot of the army he once had, and now with no support from Titan Aeon, this is looking rather bleak. Really, really nicely done here by Bylov and Thunderchild to pull back into this, and actually really up in the grill of Ares and Titan Aeon, doing a lot of work. Now, if you told me this would be the outcome of this game 10 minutes ago, I'd be like, nah. That's a lie. But that Nidus looks like it's really throwing them off. That was amazing. Like, Thunderchild, if you're watching this, props to you, man. Like, that is really cool. That's how you buy map presents. Really nicely done here by Bylov again, picking off another base, and slowly but surely Ares' economy is now dwindling. He still has a few units knocking about. He might be able to do something, but now he doesn't have any support from his Protoss ally. And he could ask for some minerals to be able to get some Colossi out, maybe. Because you can share minerals in there. 2v2. And here we go. The fight on the top left side of the map. One of the few bastion bases now. This is a planetary, so this won't be easy to break. There are banelings, you gotta be careful here, Ares. You gotta be careful. Oh no! Oh, the entire army of Ares now getting stripped clean on that planetary fortress is going to fall. It looks like the Zerg forces are a little bit too much for both Ares and Titan Aeon now as they push in. I think this is going to be game soon. We'll see if there's anything major that happens now, but yeah, both armies now for the Zerg players are pushing right into the base. I think they know that they've got this game now, and they just need to push in and finish this one off. Tell you what, though, a battle cruiser or two would really throw a span in the works, wouldn't it? I feel like if Ares committed a little bit more to the battle cruiser tech, this would be a different outcome, but maybe he just didn't have the minerals for it, or the gas for it. He definitely has the minerals for it. Yeah, it's becoming a bit too much now, isn't it? Really, really well played. These Zerg players. They still got 3 tanks to deal with here. Oh, please don't tell me these 3 tanks are the reason why this goes on longer. 4 tanks, my apologies. Yeah, he's trying everything he can to actually keep this force at bay, and rightly so. Once the game's gone on for this long, you don't want to go down without kicking, right? You've got to fight with every last breath, because this has been an investment of your time, an investment of your life. You really, really, really have to fight. And to be fair to Ares, the other side don't have that much minerals at the moment. I mean, they got mining bases, but you know, they can't remax nearly as quickly as they could earlier in the game. Nodus Worm now coming up as well, going to get those reinforcements up a lot quicker. A few more bases getting sniped out now, a little bit of the infrastructure. But yeah, the Zergs are now taking the bases on this side of the map. Just trying to get as many resource collection points as they can. I mean, why would you take this? There's nothing left. There's nothing left. Bite off. There's nothing here for you. Maybe a little bit of gas, I don't know, but you know. Yeah, you may as well try, right? I wonder what's going through the minds of these Zerg players right now, because they're in a very, very good position, but they're just struggling to take out these tanks. All you need to do is send a few roaches in, get, is it 3 or 4 bios? I think it's 3 bios, takes out a tank. He used to do that one by one, but now he's getting a nice critical mass of tanks. Ares is really good at reading the situation and actually building in response to that. But yeah, he's going to pounce straight on top of that. I don't really know what happened there. I don't know where those roaches came from. Did they burrow? Did they burrow move? Must have done. I mean, I didn't see that happen. Oh, wow. Bet Bylov is wishing he had a few Vipers at hand right now. Ares going to try and move out on the bottom right side of the map now, trying to do a little bit of damage, trying to get back into this game perhaps, but yeah, he's going to have to do a lot of work to be able to get back into a similar position. A little bit of a split now. Thunderchild is going to move up into the base, whilst Bylov is pulling back to try and keep a view of Ares' army. I didn't expect to see just roaches having to finish off this game against tanks. Not a position you really want to be in. He has a lot of buildings here, and if Ares really wanted to, he could float them all off. Wait, hold on. If they don't have enough resources to actually hit floating buildings, then that's a feature. You know, I can't imagine that will happen. spires up, and Bylov still has quite a lot of economy. But, you know, it's a valid option, though. I mean, Ares could play for that. Doesn't really want to lose any of those units, really dicing it with those corrosive biles there. Another Nidus goes up somewhere. Not really sure where. I missed it on my minimap. Look at this drone. How did that get there? Just saying you've got drones over here. Sunchild, dude, you got drones over here. And I just went up here. Yeah, drones just being moved around here. I don't really know how many of these bases actually belong to Thunderchild. I would filter on the colour, but I don't really know what the hotkey for that is. I feel bad for Titan Aeon, man. He's just been sitting here for a little while, not really doing anything, and it's unfortunate. Ares has actually floated up a building in response to this. I mean, it could go down to a stalemate, but I can't imagine it will. All he needs is a few corruptors. All they need is a few corruptors. They're good to go. Oh no, the army's unsieged. Oh, he tries to siege up. Oh no, and that's it. That's it. Ares' army goes. They call GG and they leave the game. And that is where the replay ends because Ares sent me this. Well, there you have it. Amazing, amazing game. So, that was insane. That was really cool. And that could have been anyone's game. At one point, I really favoured, and I thought Ares coming in there with those battle cruisers was really going to tie that game up because there was a point where between them, both Zerg players had about 40 workers. But Bylov coming back, one with his Viper Micro, and his worker production was ridiculous. And then for the Nidus networks of Thunderchild going into the base, just really pulled it back for them. And to be honest, that for general Zerg versus anything, that's not normal. Like usually you get to a point where all the top tier units for both Terran and Protoss just roll you over. But that was all about map pressure, deciding what to do, being careful about their engages, and then having one player divert the army whilst they pushed in, and really caught them out of position there. Amazing. Thanks for sending that in, guys, and I'm glad we got to the bottom of the mystery about what we were all waiting for. And I'm glad that we waited for that because that was an excellent show for all of us. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for joining me. If you want to join the Art of Warfare and take part in events like this, then check out the link below. If you also want to check out my stream as well, I cast games and I stream a little bit, all those kind of things. It links up to this profile. Please follow and do all those things with that link as well. And I'll leave you there, and I hope you have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.